Listen, there are a lot of games out there that deserve to relook during the month of November, and I'm like struggling now because more new games have come out, and I need to cover those new games, but I still have a chunk of relooks that I need to look at, and Nova Drift is one of them, okay? Nova Drift, this is the kind of game that I will always recommend to people, despite me only having 5.3 hours in the game. I had to go look at it on Steam. I really have not played Nova Drift all that much, and I think that it's partially because I'm seriously not very good at it, and it requires a lot of reading, which, as a lot of you know, I never learned how to do. So if you haven't seen Nova Drift before, this is an incredible little, what I can only describe as like space arena shooter, but the combat is really not even close to the core mechanic of the game. It's decision making. It's how you choose how to grow your build that really impacts how best to play the game. And I actually have in the past said that this game is a game that most Hades fans would enjoy a lot, because I think that the beauty of Hades is the decision making that you make with your boons, and Nova Drift actually builds in that same similar way, but the combat is like 1,000 times better than Hades. So it's an interesting little game. It released into its 1.0 release, and I meant to make a video on it when that happened, which was in like August or something like that, and I didn't have time to get a video out, and I'm a terrible person. So we're going to play Nova Drift, and we're going to get this show on the road. So I will play on Wild Metamorphosis, which is that's the roguelike mode, and then I'll play on Danger Zone, okay, I guess I can also play on enemy territory. Do I want to start at wave 12? I feel like I don't. Just put me on Danger Zone. I'll at least add a little bit of challenge to it, and we'll hop in. Okay, so this is me, if you don't know what the starting player looks like. I'm just a little spaceship, okay? And there's going to be enemies that are little spaceships. Okay, a lot of the game is really just a lot of little spaceships, but every once in a while we collect enough XP to get an upgrade, okay? And that's what you're looking at right here. We have the choice of 7 different upgrades to choose from, and this is what weapon our ship is going to have. So maybe we want a flak cannon, okay, which unleashes a deadly close-range burst of shrapnel. Sounds like a lot of fun. We also have swords. I mean, that also sounds like a lot of fun, for what it's worth. We have a thermal lance, which also sounds like, oh, look, it's kind of just continuing to say it over and over again. We have a torrent, close range, widespread, rapid fire lattice of energy. That's a mouthful, brother. We got salvo, rapidly deploys stockpiles of wild heat-seeking missiles. We have a grenade, and then we have a vortex. So what do I want to do? I think I'm a flaky boy, to be honest. It's simple, right? It allows us to work with it a little bit. The swords also seem fun, but I think that for what I want to do on this run, I think that flak is good to show off a lot of what the heart of Nova Drift really is and really has. So you can kind of see we have a shield as well. That shield is that little blue bar on the bottom of the screen. The pink bar is my health. The shield slowly regens back up. You can see the little bar doing that as well once I get hit by some enemies. And this is where we can impact what our shield actually is. So a shield that teleports me when destroyed, creating a damaging pulse. Not too intrigued by that. Fragile shield that boosts thrust and weapon damage when active. That kind of sounds fun, to be honest with you. It makes our shield less important, but it makes our damage big, and I'm a big damage, play with a lot of risk kind of person, as many of us know at this point. So I'm sure there's some other ones, but I like the idea of it, so let's just send it and see what happens. And honestly, I'm already feeling the damage increase from this, since I'm shooting stuff from very far away and bodying everything. So it seems good. It seems very good. Nova Drift kind of just like goes forever, by the way. So we're looking to have a good time. with this one. Hopefully a long time as well, but a good time. Sturdy form with boosted penetrating crash damage and improved recovery. I don't... decreasing our shields even more is a bad idea, okay? Blazing thrusters burn targets. I think it's fine. I think you probably want something that has a fairly large hull. Like, this is definitely intriguing to me. I can only have one construct, but it's very powerful, so we can look for some kind of construct action. Increasing our shields is probably smart, but I'm not sure that is really all that great, since we've kind of invested in not having the shields, right? Although, I don't know, maybe it is better. Although this is the shield effect radius, we kind of already have it. I'm gonna go with this, man. So we can only have one construct. We'll look to see what that construct is that we want to have. I did just blast through my entire shield, so that could be probably a little bit better in the future. Maybe don't blast through your entire shield seconds after getting an upgrade to it. My shield is broke. He dead. So now we get upgrades, right? And this is where things get like interesting in the game, is we can build this run however the hell we want it. And that can get to be a lot of fun. Here's drones, which are constructs, right? I'm not sure it's the best one in the world. Next recursive wild mod you choose is gained an additional 2 more times. It's interesting. Mines, also constructs. 2 more weapon projectiles, but increased spread on them. And they're a little weaker, a little worse. Rate of fire, also good. But I'm really intrigued by this. The next recursive wild mod you choose. Get it 2 more times. This is a really terrifying idea, I think, this early in the game. But we'll see. Maybe it's a great idea this early in the game to give us just that little bit of oomph on this one. Try to do something a little wacky, a little crazy. So recursive wild mod, here's one. Would increase our weapon damage and projectile size by 21%. And add a lot of weapon recoil. Brother, that seems like a terrible idea. It seems like absolutely horrific. Increase my max shields. Dude, I just don't know. I think it's a fun idea. I mean, damage going up 21%. The projectiles becoming huge. It would be a lot of fun. It would be a lot of fun. I'm going to take plus 20% max shields. I know that that's like the weakest thing in the world that I could do. But it's the decision that I've made. And I think that it's a good one, okay? If I didn't think it was a good one, I wouldn't have taken it. And I would have gone with the other one. I think if we're looking to survive for a long time, you gotta make some decisions, okay? You gotta make some decisions that are gonna benefit you. And I'm making it. So what is this? I mean, that's pretty freaking good. Would increase our rate of fire by 21% and add 3 burst fires to this. I mean, dude, right? I think it's great. Assemble and deploy an advanced autonomous ally that shoots volleys of explosive rounds. That also seems really good because it's only one construct, right? Although this is also only one construct. What a frick, brother. This seems really good. I'm gonna take the triple on this one. Yeah, are you seeing this damage now? We put out like a frickin' swarm. It's strong, man. It's strong. Our rate of fire kind of trash, which is surprising to me, I think. Why am I just crashing into those, Tyler? This seems like a terrible idea. Say hello to your first boss fight. And then while you're at it, say goodbye to your first boss fight. Because we annihilated you. We annihilated you. Okay. Is good. You gain constant added thrust power. I'm not really sure that's a great idea. +2 base damage for weapons that hit for every wild mod you own, but I constantly take burn damage. I mean, that seems like an actively terrible idea. My damage is fine, so let's not get too hot to trot about that. I think this is fine. I gain constant added thrust power. So I can basically just, like, over time, I'm going to become faster and frickin' faster than you've ever seen. This is just like, okay, that's a bad idea is what that is. The increased thrust power, they word it as a negative, man, but I'm here to tell you, I think it might be a positive. It kind of goes crazy. I think rate of fire is a very good idea. I also think the ally is a great idea too. I think you have to take the ally now, okay? Because this little guy doing some shooting for me, I mean, he's actually nuts. And he's so much stronger, man. Because of our haul that we chose. Like, he kind of goes nuts because of that. I think he's doing great work for me. I mean, I think that I'm actually absurdly pleased with his existence. Now, I will say that the constant thrust is really freaking annoying, okay? I mean, the fact that I am always moving, it's terrible. Maybe some cooldown to my shield action. What is this? Ah, dude, I mean, this... Oh, God, minus 85% total maximum haul is not... That's not it, man. That's not it. Let's upgrade your ally to an interceptor that fires your weapon in addition to its own. And it banishes the Guardian mod. Let's try it, okay? So he now shoots my weapon, and seemingly shoots it a hell of a lot faster than I shoot it. Oh, brother, he's insane, actually. I don't have to do damage anymore. My stupid little guy's just gonna wipe all the enemies for me. I think he's insane. So he only shoots when I shoot, I think. Potentially? I don't know. We'll figure it out. More max haul is a good thing. I mean, the constant added thrust power, taking it again seems like a bad idea. Like, it really does. And Omni Shield is... I like the max shield, but I can't take Omni Shield. You can also then combine mods, right? So here's Aegis. When you're not thrusting, plus 15% total haul and shield damage resistance. But if I take that and I take this, we get the super mod Sanctuary, which while your shield protects you, create a large sanctuary on the battlefield that slowly follows you. Minus 20% thrust. Kind of rocks for what we're doing. But while I'm outside of the sanctuary, my shield effects are disabled and my shield cooldown is doubled. That was like pretty bad, right? Plus 7% battlefield size is an ultra rare. You gotta take it, right? So the actual map just got bigger. Is that actually what happened? That's kind of wacky. There's some wacky stuff in Nova Drift, man. They do not mess around. They go kind of crazy. And we love them for it. We really do. We love a wacky roguelike game. Okay. Ally regenerates 2% of its max haul. I think that's fine. Your ally has explosive rounds. Well, I mean, that sounds kind of fun too. This guy, destroy enemies progresses... Just sorry, I can't. I'm telling you, I can't read. Destroying enemies progresses your assembly line for advanced constructs. We don't need that, okay? Banish all mods currently offered to you. Plus 7 rerolls and reduce my size. So banish means that these will no longer ever show up. You are going to think that I have lost my mind. I think you do it. I genuinely think you do it. I'm not sure any of these are that important to me. So now I'm small, I guess. I'm not super small, but I mean, I'm the same size as my damn construct now, so I guess I'm small enough. We've made it to wave 40. We have survived. Is this the big boy boss? Yeah, okay. I got news for you. My damage is still really freaking good, although I don't have a lot of control over my damn ship. Which, that part raises some question marks. We gotta get in there if we're going to have success. So, get your ass in there. And we don't love your shooting. I'm gonna die. I just got absolutely eviscerated. Okay. Okay. Okay, I respect that. I respect that. Alright. Put me back in, coach. You know what? Put me back in. But start me on wave 12. Which is going to make the game like way harder. So it's probably a terrible idea. But I'm a little freak. We'll be fine. The blade. Dude, I wanted to try these swords, okay? Yo, okay. Sword kind of sick. Sword kind of nasty with it. The game's going to be a lot harder, right? Because we're starting without a large chunk of upgrades that we theoretically should have had before this. Okay, so we're very melee focused. So we want a shield that puts me close to enemies. Slow enemies and projectiles in its radius, that's extremely boring. Okay. Shield that reflects enemy projectiles. It's okay. Searing hot ring that burns enemies. Let's do that, okay? So now if I get in, damage is like halfway decent on it. I just have to now get my damage on my actual freaking hull a little better. Bulky, slow frame that fires additional projectiles. +3 weapon projectiles. Does that mean that you fire more swords? It does not mean that you fire more swords. So these do not count as weapon projectile. Just kidding. I have more swords. Okay. Okay, wait a minute. It's kind of nasty with it. I enjoy that quite a lot. So we're big, right? We're big and bulky. We need to make sure that we're maxing out our hull. I do think that this is a good idea. But what is this now? So 8% self-damage resistance. Targets take more global damage the more damaged I am. But I take 3% damage from enemies. Bonus average damage proportions of both your hull and shield. Okay. Let's just give me better shields, okay? I take a lot of damage because I'm bad at the game. So making our shields better is going to benefit us in the long run. The last run was my let's try to have a lot of damage and not worry about survival. Now we're going to try to have survival. Damage will come, okay? I mean, damage always kind of comes in this game. You'll figure out how to make the damage happen. Increasing the rate of fire seems like a very good idea. Burst fire also feels like it will end up being a good idea. So I think this is not a bad thing to go down. Cause recursive mods to be gained an additional time. You have -3% total max hull and shields for each additional wild mod gained by this. Bro, that's horrible. This is just Discord. You can join my Discord, link in the description down below. I mean, this sounds like a lot of fun. You control 2 orbs of Discord +1 for every 2 wild mods you own. So now we just go, like, wild mod insanity. Oh, dude, the little orbs are crazy. Look at them fling around me. I do love a good orb flinging, okay? I do. I'm a flingy kind of guy. I still think this is fine. +2% burn damage. I constantly take self-damage equal to 0.4 per second for every wild mod I own. It's horrible, okay? I mean, it's definitely terrible. But you have to take them, okay? You have to take them because we're now doing stupid build, which I should not be doing. I should not be doing a stupid build. It's not that much damage. Well, it's not that much damage right now. When I start to add more and more of these wild mods, it's gonna start to get extraordinarily out of hand. It's a horrific idea. And that's what makes it fun. Let's keep it going. We're looking for wild mods. When an enemy is destroyed, chance you spawn one or more swarm constructs from the wreck. Now, I'm gonna tell you that I'm less interested in. More max shields, okay? Be simple with it. More max shields just means a little bit more time. I mean, look at your freaking shield bar. Our shields are crazy. Oh, okay, yeah, it's a meteor strike. We don't worry about your meteor strike action. Get in there. You're dead, brother. Get out. Singularity detected. We're gonna stay away from the singularity because I'm scared of it. When your shield takes a hit, discharge bolts of energy. Nah. I mean, this is really good, I guess. Make your thrusters launch fireballs that deal burn damage. My burn damage is great, so let's... Yeah, you know what, dude? We're a Bernie boy. We're a Bernie boy. You might as well call me the Senator of Vermont, okay? Because we do be Bernie. We be Bernie to frick right now. And is going. I have no idea what happens if I go into the singularity. And to be blunt, I don't think I want to. Because anytime I do something like that, it ends up like insta-killing my run. And then I look like an idiot. People are like, why'd you go into it, dummy? It's a black hole. Which is fair. It's very fair. I think that we should probably do things that increase like shield spawn, right? Which is why regen is interesting, because this is your regenerative shields. Yeah, let's do this. Again, we're getting the defense good first, so that we can prepare for the offense in the future. I think that it's not a terrible way to do things. Plus 20% burn damage. I mean, brother, I'm gonna tell you, that's like just good enough. Regenerative shields is also really good, but we're doing some weird burn crap right now. I might as well make it really good if we're gonna do this. I mean, that went pretty well, all things considered. Increasing rate of fire is still a good idea. This is plus 5% to your max shields. You take shield self-damage when you fire. I mean, like, what's your problem, to be honest with you? Unlocking the Omni Shield, losing my hull is psychotic. But I think that we can make it happen on this one. So take this. The constantly taking damage part, I don't know. You probably do not want to remove your hull at that point. I mean, we should probably be intelligent about that, but I don't know. It's still fun. It's still a lot of fun. Another wild mod. I think that you can take it, man. I think this is really good too, though. It's really good too. Increasing our shield effect radius just means burning more things. Like, we can kill most things by just walking into them right now. And just like that, we're back to the sucker. It did not take long. It definitely did not take long. I think you just want to get in there and start sending it. You will be dead in no time. I've gone into the enemy from within. And now you must die, unfortunately. Get destroyed. That's the easiest boss in my life. Okay. Yeah, we do have rerolls. I like never use rerolls, which is probably, that's like definitely a me problem. You need regenerative shields. I mean, frankly, you don't need anything else, okay? Regenerative shields is one of the most important upgrades that I think we can get at this point. Then the increase to your shield radius is a close next on that list. Because it would be extraordinarily nice to also have the burn hit more things. Dude, it's such a pretty game too. Look at this art over here, floating on in. It is absolutely gorgeous. I think it's one of the prettiest roguelike games out there. It's just a banger. Just a banger. No wild mods on this one. Volley is interesting. Doubling the base weapon projectiles to just have like a million things is fun for sure. I don't think we took discharge yet, right? Yeah, not yet. Let's go volley to start. Because volley is going to lead us to more exciting things in the future. We're also now regenning shields faster than we lose the shields at this point. Which is not going to last forever, okay? I mean, we theoretically should be taking more wild mods. I've just been kind of neglecting it in order to get things that mean a little bit more to me. But we need to get back to taking the wild mods because that's going to cause like some of the chaos here. Crash damage ignites. I mean, this is deflagration. I think you just keep working your way. Yeah, keep working your way down to the doubling of your projectiles because I think firing 8 swords is a lot of fun. I think it's a lot of fun, and I'd like to get there, okay? Weaponized shields will be good too. I mean, better shield cooldown, also good. Causes you to rapidly fire your weapon projectiles in a 360-degree radial spread when your shield breaks. I mean, that sounds like fun, for sure. Greatly increase regen at the cost of reserving some of your max hull and shields. Is that regen to my shields? Probably not. It's probably just my normal things. I'm gonna reroll you, because I think that these are kind of trash, okay? Radiant shields is definitely high on this list. Energized shields also sounded like fun. Shield effect power increased by speed. Increase weapon damage and projectile size. That actually seems great, right? Because it doesn't really matter with this weapon that we have. So I think that was a good idea. And it was a wild mod, so I think we probably got closer to more of the things on top of it. It's time for this. So double my weapon projectiles. At least I'm going to hope that you do. I'm not sure you actually did. In fact, I think you lost one. Try again. Yeah, I'm not sure that you doubled my swords, but that's okay. That's okay. It still got us down that tech tree, which I think opens up some opportunities for us in the future. So it's look, you gotta spend money to make money, right? Spend an upgrade to get more great upgrades in the future. Shields are chilling. 20% max hull, I don't care. I don't care. Causes the next recursive wild mod you choose to be gained twice. You gotta take it, okay? Because it's going to be great. Because you get so much from it, man. Like, you just, things go a little crazy. Oh, you're burning the frick out of me? I need to get out of here. Why is my thrust so horrible? It's like really, really bad. Add burst fire and increase rate of fire. Send it. How do you burst fire swords? Like that, actually. It has made it... Holy crap, dude. They fire a lot. It does take like 100 years for them to fire, but then they hit everything. I think that is a lot of fun. I think that is a lot of fun. Increasing my rate of fire would now be intelligent, since I clobbered it mere moments ago. Somehow I'm back to having the exact same build that I had previously, which is hit enemies for a lot and pray we don't die. I'm basically just like a little spindle of death. It's fun. I'm being melted. I'm being melted, you little coward. Oh, Nova Drift. You're quite the game. I'm so trash at it. I really am. It's one of those ones where it's a new high score apparently. But it's not a new high score, brother. It's trash. Right? I was not even on the list. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. I'm terrible at the game. I always will be. But it's a fun one. You gotta check this one out. It really is a gem in this genre. Thank you so much for watching. As always, liking the video, much appreciated. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good rest of your day. Bye-bye.